Welcome to Hampshire Outdoor Kitchen. Coffee's on the go. Today we're going to be making a Nepalese curry out on the fire. You see, we're actually doing the cooking on the open fire today. Ollie is here with us today. He'll be jumping in as well on a bit of it. So it's going to be chicken, lots of spices, very flavourful. Not a hot curry. It's got more of the flavours. But yeah, we'll get cracked on. So, onion first. You know, should I do like they usually do on these YouTube channels? No, it doesn't work. Right, so we'll peel the onion first. Some of those videos are just phenomenal. And this is taking a bit, not too much time. Always leave the root on because that's where all the juice for the onions, that's what makes your eyes water. So leave that on as long as you can. Right. I do have a bin down there, by the way, I'm not just throwing it on the floor. Right. The tomatoes have just committed harry-carry off the table, but that's fine. People usually say, oh wow, how do you manage to cut an onion so finely? It's just practice, it's muscle memory, and that's all that is. It's just practice. Keep your fingers out of the way, keep them slightly bent under, and you're just following the knife along the edge of your finger. Sharp knife as well is very advisable. Now, there's not a lot of ingredients into this dish really. That's the onions. I'm just going to do a few potatoes, which will help just slightly thicken the dish as well. Just dice the potatoes. You don't have to use chicken on this one. We're doing chicken, and we're going to marinate the chicken and cook it first on skewers, which Ollie's going to step in a minute and do for us. You can just do vegetables, any vegetables in there you like. But the principle of the curry is the same. Right, so we're going to just go over to the little pan. Just going to put a little bit of oil in there. I've only got a small amount of oil, by the way. So get that on the heat a bit. I think we'll bring that round that side, it might be a bit leveler for us. There you go. Right, so onions go in. Now I am using pastes just because I had them lying around and I want to use them up. So in here we've got a garlic and a ginger paste. Now with Nepalese cooking, they use not that much, but they do use a lot. It is one where they use a copious amounts of chilli and ginger, and obviously garlic as well. You don't have to put chilli. Some people like a lot of chilli, some people don't. We'll just fry that off for a bit. Now with the spices, they use them more as we would use salt and pepper. It's just to give it a bit of flavour. So garam masala, turmeric, coriander and cumin are the spices. Again, don't follow a recipe to the letter. Adjust it to how you would like it. Give them a little bit of a fry up. And that just releases some of the oils that's in the dried spice and adds the flavour. Now to this, we are going to, Ollie, I've got to go and retrieve one of the cans of tomatoes that decided to commit harry-carry. Oh, look at this, I'm getting a right mess. Where's the other can? There it is in front of me. So, to that, in goes some good quality chopped tin tomatoes. We'll give that a little stir around. Some coconut milk goes in there, cream even. Oh, again, if you don't like coconut cream, don't particularly put it in there, but it gives it a nice flavour. And we can now just let this cook out, and we'll season it up later on. And we'll come back to that in a bit. Ollie is now going to do the chicken for us and get that cooking off. There we go, lovely.
So next I'm going to prep the chicken. I've just got some chicken thighs, about 1 kilo, and I'm just going to dice them up, just cut them up into small chunks. I'm going to do that to all of them.
Two more. There it is.
There we go. Now to it, I'm just going to add some yogurt. That will help coat the spices. About 2 tablespoons. And then to the spices, I'm going to add some turmeric, bit of smoked paprika, bit of chili powder, and just a bit of cumin. And then with my hand, I'm just going to mix it all together so it fully coats. Ideally, you want to marinate this overnight, but we're not going to do that today. Just going to make sure it's fully coated. Once it's fully coated, we've got some nice skewers, and we're just going to skewer them up. Once they're all skewered up, we'll just pop them onto the fire so they're nice and charred. So I finished putting them all onto the skewer. I've got a couple of skewers, I'm just going to bring them over to the fire and just place them on the fire. They don't need to be cooked all the way through, we just want a nice char around the outside. So a couple of minutes and then I'll turn them over and then we'll add them into the curry sauce. One thing I forgot to mention, chicken thigh. We use chicken thigh because it's much more flavoursome. It's got a lot more fat so it stays juicier, and overall I just think it's a better cut of meat. So the chicken's got a nice char on both sides. So now all I'm going to do is just scrape it into the curry. Now the chicken in the middle isn't cooked, but it's going to continue cooking in the sauce so it absorbs the flavour of the sauce. Like so.
What are you doing with my skewers?
Oh, I'm just poking them in the floor.
Unbelievable.
Just going to give that a good stir and then we'll carry on letting this simmer until the chicken's cooked. So next I'm going to make pilau rice with some spices in to go with the curry. So I'm just going to start off by dicing an onion. My onion is going everywhere. Okay, just move that over.
The size of the chopping board doesn't help really, does it?
Nah, that's alright. And then also I've got a tomato, which I'm going to quarter. Scoop out the seeds in the middle. so. And I'm just going to dice it up as well.
Just to show you guys, we do have a bin bag down here, we're not just throwing onto the floor. Keep your environment clean and tidy.
So once that's all cut up, we're going to head over to our saucepan. Just going to add some little bit of oil, about 2 tablespoons. And then just got some cumin seeds, about a teaspoon. I'm just going to cook that until they start popping and release that fragrance. Once it starts popping, I'm just going to add a bay leaf. Just going to tear it up to release the flavours a bit. Going to add a couple of cloves. These are really strong, so you only need 1 or 2. Couple of cardamom pods, again 1 or 2. They're really strong, and you will taste the flavour. Just going to carry on cooking that for about 20 seconds. There we are. Let's start popping now. Teaspoon of turmeric. About a tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste. Now we're just going to carry on cooking that a bit more. Adding that turmeric will make sure we have a nice yellow rice. There we are. Once that's sweated off, add the onion and tomato, and we're just going to cook that for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's all nice and soft and sweated off. So that's been sweating off for about 5 minutes. The onions are nice and soft. I've got some pre-soaked basmati rice, about a cup, which I'm just going to add. And then before we add water, we're just going to give that a good mix so each grain of rice is covered in all those spices. Like so. And then we're just going to add 2 cups of water. Give that another stir. And then we're just going to leave that on the side of the fire until the rice is cooked.
So now I'm going to make some flatbreads, very easy flatbreads to go with this. So start off with a bit of coriander, let's move that out of the way so Ollie can see what I'm doing. Just screw it up, just roughly chop it up. Stems and all. Okay, that's going to go in the bowl. Put that to one side. The bowl, right, again, there's no science to it, there's no this, that, and the other. I'm going to do about 2 cups there of plain flour. Pinch of salt and some yogurt. Again, just get your hands in there, mix it together until it combines together. Might need a little bit more yogurt, we'll find out in a minute. I'm missing the rolling pin, Ollie's just bringing it to me, thank you very much Oliver. I'm going to need a little bit more yogurt. See, instead of those, you see people doing the flour and water breads, using yogurt just gives it a nicer flavour. A little bit more. And there, we're there. Right, so let's just put that down out of the way for a second. And we seem to be on a bit more of a slope now. Right, so excuse me while I just clean my hands up a little bit. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of flour on the board, take some of the dough, I'm just going to roll it out. Relatively thin, not too thin, but it's going to cook on a flat griddle. So there we go. So come over to here. Over here I've got a flat griddle that's been on, heated up. No oil, just straight on the griddle. And that will cook in a few minutes. We'll turn that over. Ollie's going to get his spoon to turn his, stir his rice. And I'll roll some more flatbreads. With these flatbreads, just keep turning them. You'll see they'll colour up quite nicely. Nice little skillet, by the way. Got it from a local Asian shop. It's worked out really handy. There's our gurkha curry, pilau rice and yoghurt flatbread. So I learnt this recipe when I was working alongside the Gurkhas. Amazing bunch of people in the British Army. The food they have is absolutely delicious. This is one of theirs. As I said before, garlic, ginger, chilli are your bases of your curry. Your coriander, your gram masala, cumin and your turmeric are more like the salt and pepper. It's to give it the different flavours, so each one gives it a little bit different flavour. Goat curries they like a lot, very nice. Please give it a go. It is a lovely curry. But me and Ollie are now going to tuck into this and enjoy some lunch.